Завтра билеты на Леди Гагу продаются. Бежим?
Да вот прям это волосы назад.
Не забудьте, говорят.
Мне кажется, я всю жизнь мечтал сходить на Леди Гагу. С детства.
В Берлине. Еще давай это отель забронируем, вот это все. Хелена Фишер. Тоже не показывает плейбуки, или я пропустил? Не буду отвечать Артуру во время матча. Занят у меня матч.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned.
Как говорится, все потеряно, кроме чести, но у нас уже и честь потеряна, поэтому играем в свое удовольствие. С первого ковра хотим начать, давайте начнем с первого.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now ETN to start the drive.
Хорошо, 15 ярдов. Мэн-ту-мэн, блядь.
That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. ETN once more.
Я он ускоряется, блядь. 2 на 30. Ебанись. У него за весь сезон столько не было. Хотя нет, ты живешь. Хороший игрок.
He taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it about the 39. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. ETN up the middle.
Он dальше бежит.
Able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass. And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback.
Блядь, застал я центр держать, надо было руками. Ну, я бы рванул опять. Я не рванул. Ладно. Надо было руками.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Tracy gonna get it on 1st down. And he is gonna be
stuck. У него все джуниоры. Этьен джуниор, Трейси джуниор. Молодежь.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Covington. This pass complete to Higgins.
Бля, мы сегодня теклить будем?
As the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe
что-то нас опять ебут. А мы еще даже не начинали кидать перехваты.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Off play action. Covington. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Ну хотя бы не прием.
Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Covington. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down.
Валяр, напиши ему, что во втором. Я опять за спину пустил далеко зайти.
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Пизду, блядь.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. ETN. No gain on the play that time. So
так.
Stop and it's going to leave him with a 4th
Ну,
and goal.
хотя бы не 6. А если Ласситер как в той игре?
From the right hash here should be an easy one. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Так.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kick.
Поехали.
They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Все.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it for the first time with Damian Pierce. And he is
Не получилось.
behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Giant defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better. And I think this is what we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Он формально даже не мешок был. Меш, вот что. Главное успевать выкинуть. У меня еще ЛТ мертвый.
Stroud looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category.
Я, кстати, не посмотрел, что он делает сам.
When they need a big pickup, and on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A really good pickup.
Да, против такого блица самое то сейчас было играть от всем. Спасибо за совет. Сейчас он-то не будет уже в эндзоне полицевать. Да. Ну, у меня вообще, я инсайд люблю, я просто иногда им развлекаюсь широким. Иногда развлекаюсь широким. Так, ну давай еще вот опшн сыграем, любимые. Красиво, как будто бы. Да, блять! Ты куда бежишь?
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line.
Куда ты бежал? Зачем ты бежал обратно, когда ты поймал матч примерно на 2? Блять, не влез. 4-й 1. Надо бы играть. Надо ж ломать игру. 4-й 1. Или пробить и не выебывать. Вообще пас надо играть тогда было, наверное, да? Ну, выглядит перспективно, как будто бы. Попробуем. Блять, хуйню сыграл Кирюша. Лучше бы я джет-свип играл, чем это.
And if I'm the head coach, Sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Gotta be positive.
Нихуя себе.
It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win
Да.
this game.
Надо было филдгол бить.
27-yard pickup.
Надо было бить филдгол, не слышать тебя.
Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Etienne running right. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off the play fake.
Бля, ох.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Повезло.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Блять, не затем побежал. Ну я туда уже порвал. Куда мне еще было бежать?
It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll hand it to Tracy.
Блять.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the
Это я теклил типа.
10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right.
Блять, хоть выбил. Если он сейчас и второго поймал, был бы пиздец. Хотя я на перехват рассчитывал. Скорее. Согласен, что хуйня.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
С одной стороны, с 3-3 было бы проще пересмотреть, с другой стороны, какая нахуй разница?
Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Блять, не попал по нему. Чуть-чуть не добежал. А руки не нажал. Блять, надо было квадрат нажать. Но он бы, наверное, втопил.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man. Now the ball
Fumble.
comes loose. And the Texans
Окей.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this
Ну,
time.
окей.
Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Разбуста ревью. Да, вернул. Да нет, не так.
Second and short now following the fumble.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw. Covington working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end.
И влезает, когда надо. Ну, прям красиво.
It's all pretty
Да.
simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And they'll run with ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the
Я тайм-аут хотел брать, мне не понравилось, как он стоял один.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out.
Ну, опять выстояли. Только, блядь, 2-16, счет 3-0.
That spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns,
как будто бы надо бы рисковать. С другой стороны, мы начинаем во втором.
These long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away.
Главное не сильно в это верить.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback.
Не надо
And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Начнем сжать цифры. А, блядь, это же фейк.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to an opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done.
Тут нельзя играть на первом выносе. Я хотел по сейфове. Ладно, давай попробуем наш любимый.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Stroud off the play fake. And he takes a shot. He says this will be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What are the guys in the locker room calling?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Play action. Stroud now. This ball taken in here by Brooks. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style.
Блять!
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Он застрял от этого. Или я что-то... Надо было давать вправо, блядь. Пизду, блядь. Я ожидал, что он за ним уже открываться будет, и дал вперед. Yeah. Хуйня, как обычно. Поспешил, наверное, блядь. Решил, что он открывает. Ой-ой-ой, им Нейберс. Да, ебанутая игра.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Не надо ничего делать. Я как-то, блядь, разучился играть в эту игру. Я не понимаю, почему тут сейчас происходит.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing to start the drive. Covington. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. T. Higgins as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Я не понимаю второй переход. Первый, ладно, я наложил.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the
Да нет, что ты там, ты не виноват.
ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Now 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Campbell making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them in the gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Pierce now up the middle. And
Убить прыжок нажался.
all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but something
Рассчитывал.
is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Надо было сразу смотреть на крест, а я рассчитывал на корнер и что-то думал.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Блять, еще и бросил.
The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Ну, считаю, для полного пиздеца надо еще в сухую.
Fielded just inside the 20. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets
Вынос
maybe
мы вроде
free.
смогли
Not a
остановить.
huge carry there on first down, but not all of
У
them
нас
will
пас
be, but
любят,
still
закидушки
all in
нельзя
all,
смотреть.
a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with ETN. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Covington. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Так, на первых
38
выбили
yards officially. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And this will be a Texans first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Pierce gets this one running right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
To the right side and caught by Dell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stroud to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. That's underneath to Pierce. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's 3rd and 9. And Stroud now to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce from 8 yards out. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.
Я все равно не согласен со вторым переходом.
That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Ну, останавливать надо будет. Он носить будет.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Но может сейчас она ебать и не понести.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game.
Я заметил, спасибо.
No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Оба тачдауна за шиворот мне засунуты были. Я, конечно, в концовке второй сам себе все убил, но все равно не согласен со вторым переходом. Надо как-то мне, блядь, преодолеть эту серию, блядь. Я не знаю как. Пока она преодолевает меня.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Covington flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on 3rd down. Covington. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Поздно переключился. Ну тоже, блядь, там четверное прикрытие прошедшее. Сколько там народу? Там 4 человека.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Running out of the gun with ETN. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go.
2nd and 11. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Ну вот это, что за такл жоп, ну, блядь, ну, а? Ну как в эту хуйню играть, а? Ну правда. Вот это что, куда он бежит?
But maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian.
Не, ну серьезно, ну я не понимаю эту игру в последнее время. Как будто какой-то патч был, который я проебал. После этого просто все по пизде пошло.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
60 Bison.
Не буду я руками ничего делать.
Looking to throw. Covington. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
The Giants on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun, Covington. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure.
Сейчас бы заблокировать бы.
After him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Ну нет.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Я, блядь, наверное, тоже пойду нахуй.
Off play action. Covington. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
He's got his man Schultz coming across
Да
the
в пизду, блядь. Когда она возвращает опять мне в концовке. Меня заебало, честно, это игра. Честно заебало.
For the Texans, 18 yards. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw.
На это я уже хуйню бросил.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Giants will take over here as they get it
Всем
up to the
спасибо.
43-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him.